What's up guys, Poke here and welcome to Skylanders video. And this video I'm going to explain to you my progress and what my plans are in Skylanders. There's so much things to do here. I mean, you farm adventures, you farm the bosses for example, you farm Boomer for this, you farm the Sprocket for this, for the stage 7s and stuff. There's so many to farm daily. Also there's runes to farm, there's materials to farm. And then they come up with new updates to farm Hall of Chaos, which is pretty awesome. And also when you farm these, you definitely get the talents like this. And this is also the reason, the biggest reason why I went with this route of how I build my Ring of Heroes. Because you only get a certain amount of boxes, cubes per day. Which one are you going to upgrade? Which one are you going to upgrade? Is it going to be for duels? Is it going to be for adventures and stuff? I'm gonna explain everything. I'm gonna try to simplify it as much as I can. Everybody starts off somewhere. When I start playing this game, I followed the meta a little bit until to a point where I can farm really good quality runes that you can usually do it either on B8 or B9. B7 if you're super casual, but that's fine. So let's see. Skylanders, there's so many kind of like types. There's attack, there's support, there's defense, there's expert, I think. So what are those? I'm gonna explain to you. Where are we gonna go? I think, oh, also there's guild invasions for you to do. There's also, oh, that boss, I don't like that. Also PvP. So there's so many game modes to choose from. Where are you gonna focus on? There's so many pros out there on Twitch, either on YouTube. They have all different focus. Some of them will go to, I want to do B10. Some of them I want to go straight to W10. Like, everybody has their own routes to go. What are you gonna do, right? I mean, there's so many Skylanders. How many Skylanders out there? Can anybody tell me? Like 86 or something like that? And I haven't even summoned everything. But there's a reason. I mean, now everything has become more clear to me what I want to work on. But let's put us on B9 runs. Hopefully we get some good runes. But I'm gonna put it on auto while I explain this to you in my note cam. Yes, so ready or not. So where does everybody start off from? Usually Stealth Elf, right? Stealth Elf. I mean, if you haven't started, I'm gonna actually write maybe over here, like over here. Yeah, Stealth Elf. So Stealth Elf is definitely everybody's starting point because you get it and you keep getting it from quests and stuff like that. And then the next one you're recommended to work on is definitely gonna be Kaboom. Just follow me here. And then you are highly recommended to work on, you know, the Broccoli guy or something. All these might change, but I believe Broccoli guy is still gonna be good. And along the ways, you're gonna either have to choose to work on either Wham Shell and Boomer. All these four. While you're doing this four, you'll be doing your quest as well. So when you do your quest, you're gonna get Enigma too. So these are all the 5 things, but with all these 4 right here, Stealth Elf, Kaboom, Wham Shell, and Boomer, it will get you to either B8 at least or B9. This is a good starting point for you after you've done your quest, of course. It's a good starting point for you to kind of split up and explore what makes you happy in the game. Either it's PvP or is it PvE, or is it farming B10 like some of the pros, or is it going to Wailing 10? This all comes with, you know, like maybe heavy grind or something like that upcoming your way. But anyways, let's explain this to you as simple as possible. Stealth Elf is a damage dealer. I'm gonna put DPS over here. The DPS kind. So you feed when you get the green cubes, the life cubes, you're gonna feed it in attack, right? So I'm gonna draw life over here. That's life. And then so this is assigned to DPS because Stealth Elf. And then you have Kaboom. Kaboom is also DPS. So you feed attack cubes. I mean, unless you want to be different, it's completely up to you. Kaboom is DPS AoE, but Kaboom is gonna be on fire element. right? Am I drawing it correctly? That's okay. So that's fire right there, and fire is gonna be DPS also. I'm not gonna write AoE, but you know what I'm talking about. Wham is going to be your defensive, I think. I'm gonna call it utility. So it's easy to differentiate utility or DPS, utility or DPS. And wham is gonna be water. You see where I'm getting at here? There's utility. And then boomer is gonna be the DPS as well. That's gonna be under tech. There you go. And this is gonna be DPS. So you see how they're leading you already to feed this utility. You feed the defense on this point. So if you have the boxes for this too, you can feed either to defense on water, or you can feed DPS on tech. And Enigma you're gonna get from quests and stuff like that. And when you start farming, it's not easy to farm Enigma, but once you start getting there, you're gonna realize Enigma is also utility. He doesn't do that much damage, so he just helps your team to be better, to boost, to buff, to protect your glass cannon and stuff like that. That's gonna be under magic right here. There you go. And this is gonna be utility. So now what do you do from here, right? Because you're already here. Some people will start working on all these different heroes to go to B10. They stack up on, I believe, fire units like Igniter, or you know, you work or you purchase Ember. I'm not free to play, by the way, but this all these right here is free to play farmable on the left. So now what my plan is in the near future, that's why I work on Gusto, because I don't have anybody that's air element, right? So that's my thinking process. So my air element now, since Gusto is utility, that's gonna be over here. Utility. Utility. Now this one is suddenly assigned to utility. Now I am missing an undead Skylanders that I can work on. I've almost finished it though, but the undead one is gonna be the DPS. You see how I assigned the cubes now? So I can feed the cubes accordingly. Like, okay, if I get this too, I'm gonna do DPS on the undead. I'm gonna do attack on the undead. I'm gonna do HP on the air side. And so basically it leaves me with this one. I'm gonna have to find a utility that is for earth element. So this is gonna be utility. So what happens after this, then I reevaluate what I wanted to do, like, because there's gonna be invasion. So with all these completed, I can do invasion comfortably. Maybe I do need disruptor sometimes, but sometimes I don't. Disruptor is like a question mark. I have Guild Grunt, but Guild Grunt is not advantageous to every situation. Then you're gonna think about villains. If I want to break away from using Broccoli Guy, then I have to find a healer as a utility. This is gonna be another video we discuss about healer. But the reason why this is gonna make a perfect ring of heroes is because now everything will just have advantage over one another this way. But I have each utility and DPS to start with. It's not perfect, but it's a great way to start, great way to enjoy the content of the game. For me personally, I can do adventures, I can do invasions, I can do Mirage Towers. I will actually live stream Mirage Tower maybe from floor 1 to floor 60. I can do them with all the elemental advantages. I can try them, kind of experiment with them while I'm reviewing the Skylanders themselves. Everybody could be different. Their ring of heroes could be different. Some people might work on a certain area of elemental, kind of like elemental advantage. Everybody has their own plan and stuff, but this is my plan, so that, you know, when I'm working on a certain hero, you can kind of guess like, oh, he's working on this hero because maybe this element and stuff. I'm gonna keep going in this circle, and one day probably we will make this kind of video again when I have maybe 20 videos, 20 Skylanders Awaken and stuff like that. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comment section what you think. I almost forgot. Of course, there's two elements that we cannot forget. There's gonna be light, right? And there's gonna be dark. This is definitely gonna be a fun experiment, but they just have beef with each other, but they don't have kind of like advantages, disadvantages like all these four. But this is gonna be one of those things that what I'm planning to do to explain what I would recommend with these two elements. I mean, they're definitely stronger in a way against all these four because they don't have a disadvantage. They don't have to worry about elemental with all these four. But they're just different. I mean, they're there. For me, I'm gonna give you a hint. This is gonna be perfect when I want to go away from the broccoli guy, and I want to just use one healer like I did with broccoli guy. I'm gonna have a healer that is from here. This is not free-to-play healer, but there's a free-to-play one. There's a light jet vac, and the pay-to-play one is gonna be the nightlight. So that's gonna be an upcoming video. Thank you so much for watching. Okay, out.